I am back with my stupid game, which, if you didn't watch the first time, uh, is I want to fill a fictional €100,000 garage in Ireland with a car from each cylinder layout. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12 cylinders. We're not going to go into 16, as I mentioned previously. If you can find me a Bugatti Veyron, or any other Bugatti, a Royale even.
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
For under 100 grand, with enough change to fill every other space in the garage, please do send it on, because I might even look into that as a genuine, real world investment. But best of luck to you. Now, last time we played this game, I went from smallest capacity to largest, and I failed, to put it mildly. I couldn't find a V10 or any 10-cylinder vehicle. It'd be a V if I don't know if it's straight 10 or a flat 10, but I couldn't find any 10-cylinder car. Because I think I only had like £5,000 or something in total left to get a 10 and a 12. After everything else I bought, because I spent nearly 60 grand on a GR Yaris to fill my 3-cylinder slot, which probably wasn't the best idea as much as I wanted one. So we're going to do it the other way around this time. We're going to go from largest capacity to smallest, so we can get hopefully 12 and 10 cylinders. I did fill the 12 cylinders last time. I have to take classic Jag XJS because there was nothing else really that I could afford. Sorry for all the M's. I'm excited. So let's play the game, shall we? So starting with 12 cylinders. Now, I'd love to fill the 12-cylinder bracket with a Ferrari, but that's not going to happen within budget. Let's have a look. Let's see if there are any 12-cylinder Ferraris for sale. Right, not a whole lot on a search. The only one that I can find on all of the avenues, really looking at them all again, no doubt I'll mostly end up in Dundee. Because anyway, if it's not on Dundee, chances are it's not on any of the other websites, and anything that is on Dundee will just be duplicated on all the other websites. So from a quick search, the only 12-cylinder Ferrari I can find for sale in Ireland at the moment is a 612 Scaglietti, which I saw one of those only last week, a red one. I like that one. This one for sale also has the Challenge Stradale wheels, which I think vastly improves the image of the car, because the standard wheels are little casters. I think they might even be 17s. This is black with a black interior, which is not particularly adventurous. Black exterior color actually kind of works for the 612, I must say. But it wouldn't be nice for someone to have gone for a tan leather maybe or something. Either way, it's 115 grand, so that rules that out. So what other 12 cylinders? A 2007 Phantom. Full service history, it says. One, it's on UK plates, and considering they're looking for £80,000, even though it does say it's for sale in South County Dublin, I think both putting that into euro and VRTing it kind of rules that out. DB9 convertible, automatic. Ugh. I remember when Hammond originally reviewed this very, very similar car, a black convertible, on Top Gear, commenting about how much flex was in the chassis. It was very noticeable. I do like the DB9, but if I was to ever buy one, it would have to A, be a manual, and B, a hard top. Also, this is 50 grand, which will take a huge chunk out of the budget. Nice, but I don't think so. Although, by the way, don't mind Danny Rick. He will keep to himself. Continental GT, first generation, 2004. So quite an early one. 25750, silver. Silver, probably a black interior because people are dull. No pictures of the interior, that's always worrying. Continental GT, 25750. It is Irish registered. It's got a full year's NCT. Okay, 25 grand. We'll keep that in the short list. It's a lot, but I do like the first gen Continental GT. CL65 AMG Coupe. obviously it's conveyed to CL. 51,000 miles. Ooh, the NCT is just out. It's also with a dealership that I don't really want to deal with. 45 grand as well. I don't want to take I always take the Aston Martin over this, just because it's kind of cooler. I'm sure this would be a great car, don't get me wrong. Nice interior. It's a lot more expensive than the Conti though. The Conti's, I prefer the Continental GT over that. As amazing as that would be, a V12 bi-turbo. It's just not a Bentley though, is it? Same dealership has an SL65 AMG with a Black Series kit and some of the most horrendous wheels I've ever seen in my life. UK plates, well, rules it out anyway. And also they want 75 grand for it, so no, thank you. Here's a previous generation SL65, so the or 230. My apologies, should know better. SL65. I do like these. They're, I spotted a black one not so long ago. It looks like quite a tidy one. 67950. Again, take a huge chunk out of the budget. And it would probably explode. That is cool. It's a hell of a lot more money than the Continental. We'll keep it in the short list, but I don't think so. A C140 CL600. 19950. Not the best looking Mercedes ever, but they are quite cool. They're from the era where Mercedes was very cool. Built like a brick shithouse as well, I'd say. That's a cool car. 19950. Okay, this trumps the Continental. Does it have an NCT? Doesn't say. But it is on Irish plates, so that's good. Claiming that it's the Zonda engine. I don't believe that's true. Ooh, here's a W140 600 S-Class. Slightly more than the CL. It's 122 grand. Ooh, but it's a W140 S-Class. That's a cool car. We'll gloss aside the point, it's the car that Princess Diana died in. Not the greatest advertisement for the car. 1992, so it's classic insurance. What year was the CL? 2098, so that's a big tax bill. It's 5 years before we get that on classic tax. Okay, we have a winner for our V12. It's got to be this W140 600. Does it have an NCT? Doesn't say, but fuck it, we're going with it. So that is 22 grand. So let's take that from our 100,000. 78 grand. And we have our first car. We have 12 cylinders in the bag and a nice bit of change to keep us going. Okay, right. Here's where the big problem came last time. 10 cylinders. Not many options. As when I was scrolling through V12s, so I just put the minimum down at 5 litres. Because I don't think there's any V12s that are any smaller than that, or there are any V10s, and to be honest, the only option that's coming up, I was hoping we might get maybe a Volkswagen product, a diesel, like a V10 Touareg or a V10 A8, or even a strong impossibility, a V10 Phaeton, which would be great because I fucking love the Phaeton. Gallardos obviously aren't going to happen, or 8s are not going to happen. So the only thing I could find with a V10 is an E60 M5. Now, if I go for an E60 M5, that's kind of rule out something I wanted to kind of fill my V8 itch with. It was probably one of my favorite cars ever, an E39 M5. Let's see if there are any for sale actually. It's an E34 1991. It's left-hand drive. Can't see the plates because they've been obscured, so I don't even know if it's registered. It's obviously a German car because it has Kühlwassers, whatever that means. Let's find out what that means. Well, the direct translation is cooling waters. So I'm going to assume that's trying something to do with cooling. As cool as that E34 is, how much were they looking for? 20 grand. So it is cheaper than our E60. Left-hand drive. Last NCT'd in June 2012, so maybe it is on Irish plates. It does say country registration is Ireland. Left-hand drive, no NCT, and possibly some issue with the cooling. And 350,000 kilometers. No. Nice, but no. Here's a nice black LCI. Plates are obscured, unfortunately. That's never a good sign. Country registration UK. Okay, we're going to have to rule that out, considering they already want 25 grand and we'd have to VRT it. Here's one on Irish plates. Silver. NCT is just out. Just 37,750. It's a big chunk of money. And then, yeah, it's like my only option is V10 M5. Okay, I'm just gonna have to forget about getting an E39. It's gonna have to be this E60. 29,950. Okay, 29,950. We're going through the budget. 48,050 euro left, and we have 2 cars so far, and we're already gone past the halfway mark. But they were the hard ones to find last time, and we've covered 10 cylinders as well, which we missed out on last time. So we might be onto a winner still. Let's keep going. So next up, 8 cylinders. A lot of options here. Okay, I've already ruled out M5s, unfortunately, because we've just got ourselves an M5. As much as I would love an E39, oh, I love the E39. I love the E39 generally. That's an M5, and it's got a manual gearbox. And, but I have to rule it out. Now, last time I went for a KN, a 4.5 litre KNS first generation, which I kind of like the first generation KN. Sorry, but as someone who, one of the few people who watched my last video, Jack, if you're watching, thank you, did point out that I did forget about a certain car, the Lexus LS400. So let's have a look. There's only one LS400 I can find for sale currently, first generation that is. It is 3,250 euros, so it's cheap, which would work in our favour. Hasn't been NCT'd since February 2020, 166,000 miles. It's not quite a classic yet, it's a 996, so it's a relatively late pre-facelift one. Ooh, it says wrapped in silver. The bottom is black. Is the wrap hiding something? It's also got horrible aftermarket wheels on it. Are they aftermarket? Try to get a good angle. Terrible photography. It's got a big exhaust on it as well. I don't know if they're aftermarket wheels or just newer Lexus wheels. That doesn't inspire me with confidence. Okay, what other V8s we got? How about a Mercedes Grosser? Just say it's Irish registered, 1969, 74,000 miles. It's part of a collection that was required. It's gonna need restoring. No price either. That would be interesting, but I think unrealistic. It's intriguing. A W210, now not an E55 AMG or anything like that. It is just an E500 Avant-Garde with some monoblocks on it. Don't know if they're factory monoblocks. 8 grand. That would be a nice car. That'd be a nice cruiser. It's got a long NCT until August. 192,000 kilometers. Not shocking for a fucking 18-year-old car. Interesting. 300 brake. Okay, gonna shortlist that. Interesting curio. 1970 Chevrolet S10 pickup. That's kind of like, looks like it's been rattle canned, matte black. Funky black wheels. Kind of like, I suppose you could half say resto mod, hot roddy kind of thing. 30 grand. It's cool. That would take a large chunk out of the budget again. And do I want a pickup truck? I don't think I do. It's cool, but I don't think I want it in my garage. First gen Range Rover Sport V8. 3 grand. 247,000 kilometers and no NCT since June 2019. Engine issues suitable for extras or parts. Okay, maybe not. W221 S500 4250, which looks like its air suspension is absolutely wankered. Doesn't say it has an NCT. Is on Irish plates. Starts to rise perfect, no tax on NCT, engine gearbox perfect, some cracked on the bonnet, no time wasters, no offers, no swap. It's an option, but I'm not warming to it. It's half the price almost than the Avantgarde E-Class, but I think that might be the better option still. Ooh, Jaguar XJR in a lovely shade of blue. 8 grand. It's pricey. Well, it's not pricey, it's the same price as our Avantgarde E-Class. It's on Irish plates, so we're good to go in that scenario. Doesn't even until April. It's got 126,000 miles on it. That is lovely though. And it is cooler than the Merc. The Merc would probably be realistically the better car, but okay. We have a new potential winner for the V8, Jag XJR. BMW 750i in a nice maroon. 5950, so it's cheaper than our Jag and our E-Class. NCT until December. What generation is this? E90? Is that right? E90, E65, that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, E65. I already have a BMW. Jag XJR or 750i. So like the E60 M5 is a super saloon, and so the XJR is a super saloon. Now I know the E65 is another BMW, and you could kind of say it's a super saloon as well, but it's more waft. 750i or Jag XJR. I should probably diversify and get the Jag. It's a lovely colour, it's a cool car, but I do love an E65. It's cheaper. Okay, I need to nail this. There's too many options for V8s. Jag, or E65. Do I have a coin? I'm going to flip a coin. Only coin I could find, because who carries cash anymore, is 5. Focus. 5 Swiss francs. So there's a person on that side, and then so I'm going to assume that's heads, and the other side is tails. So heads is the Jag, tails is the E65. Also, trick: don't look at a coin, because if you flip a coin and see the side of it's on, it will land on the opposite side. I guarantee you. We'll test that in a second. Okay, so I'm not going to look at the coin. So what was heads for the Jag, tails the E65. Tails. So we're going with the E65. And just to prove my point, so tails landed on heads. Landed on tails. I'm telling you, try it out. Okay, so we have our V8. It's the E65. And 5950. 42 grand. We still have a lot of money to play with here. Okay, 6-cylinder car. So last time out I did an E39 5 Series, which I was quite happy with. But we have a BMW. We have 2 BMWs now. And we have a lot of saloons. As much as I love an E39 5 Series, and in reality I don't think I could have a big garage and not have some form of E39 in it. I've had 2 of them in my past. But this time around for 6 cylinders, because we currently don't have any sport cars, I want a Porsche. I'm gonna think like I've gone from low price, so like there's only one Cayman, like manual, has to be a manual Porsche. Only one Cayman is coming up it's 26 grand, which is technically within budget still. When I say technically, it still is, because we have 42 grand. But it says it's sold. 911s, we're looking at 35 grand to get into a 911, which again we have enough money for, but I feel that might blow our budget again if I go for that. So I'm going to go with a Boxster. And the ones that I can find, there's only one on Irish plates. It's a facelift first gen, so it's a 2.7 manual. 13 grand. It's NCT'd until August 2023. It has 176,000 kilometers on it, which isn't too bad, and it looks quite tidy. It's got twists on it. With what kind of tires are they? I can't see. Well, okay. I think we won't. There's not many options, obviously. Manual Porsches within our budget are few and far between, as I've just investigated. We maybe could have gone to a 911. We'll see when we get to the end of the game whether that's maybe a possibility. Maybe we could swap out the Boxster for a 911. But realistically, this is probably the one we're going to have to go for. And I like the Boxster. It's mid-engine, goddammit. So it's probably actually nicer to drive than a 911. Not that I have much experience in the field. Anyone wants to lend me their Porsche for a weekend, I'm happy to indulge. But okay, let's settle with this. So it's a Boxster minus 13 grand. We're doing pretty well with the budget. So we only need 5, 4, 3 and 2, and we have 29,100 euro left. Alrighty, Roo. Now, last time out with the 5-cylinder, what did I get for my 5-cylinder last time? Oh, a Mark IV Golf V5, which would have been okay. It would be good to have a beater. I had to VRT it, but I still managed to VRT it. I think all in it came to less than 5 grand, I think, for the car and VRT. But I can't believe I glossed over a different 5-cylinder, and I'm ashamed of myself for doing so. Like the Lexus LS400, which I completely forgot about last time. There's one thing I forgot about, and I've searched for it, and there's one for sale. Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo. Job's a good one. It's yellow, which is cool. It says heat until March. It's got 190,000 miles now, but mechanically these are supposed to be pretty robust. I know your man Alex Kirsten of Alex on Cars. He got a blue one, and it had loads of miles in it, and it had been slightly modified into a beast of a thing, and it's in great nick. So yeah, it does say small budget Ferrari, which I think is pushing it, because okay, yeah, the parent company was the same at the time, but at the time Ferrari weren't making any turbocharged cars. They certainly never made any 5-cylinder cars, and they certainly didn't make any front wheel drive cars. But that's cool. Not to 60 in 6.3 seconds, which I would well believe, having seen videos of them. I love that. That is amazing. 220 brake horsepower, 5-cylinder, looks great. Designed by Bangle, he of controversial BMW fame, and built by Pininfarina. So, what a cool car. So, boom, 5-cylinder, out of the park. So minus 5,750. I think we're going to have a lot of change, because we've got 23,350 euro left, and now we only have to get a 4, 3 and a 2. So 4. Now, last time out, because I want a bit of a spectrum, so we have 12 cylinders, we have our Lugjo barge, we have, well, I've kind of got 2 Lugjo barges now, thanks to the flip of the coin, but we have our S600, 10-cylinder, we have our Super Saloon, we have our M5, V8, kind of another Lugzo barge, but all the V8 options really seems to be Lugzo barges. Again, the money we've left, maybe we can go back and have a look at other V8s, possibly something sporty. We have 6 cylinders, we have a Porsche sports car. 4 cylinders, we have the coupe, but we'll kind of say that's my hot hatch coupe role covered. So I need something 4x4, so we can go off road in. So 4-cylinder 4x4, it's got to be a Jimny, doesn't it? Okay, here's a black one, 3,800. So it's slightly pricier with 250,000 kilometers on it. NCT is just out. NCT in 3 weeks, so we'll come with a fresh NCT. Okay, 3,800. Look, it's going to be my 4x4. It's going to be my beater as well, really, considering all the other stuff I have. The interior looks quite tidy. Cool. Yeah, I want a Jimny. Jimnys are cool. 3,800 minus 3,800. 19,550 euro. Okay, we still have a lot of money left to get both a 3-cylinder and a 2-cylinder. Now, the 3-cylinder option last time was a GR Yaris. Although we have 20 grand left, we're not going to get into a GR Yaris for that. So other 3-cylinder cars that isn't a GR Yaris, we're going to be looking at a diesel. So let's have a look. There's one in mind, but last time I checked there weren't any. Let's have a look. Ooh, there is one. Since I last checked 2 days ago, that was put up. It's an Audi A2 1.4 TDI. Let's have a look. NCT until March, 148,000 kilometers. It's got a plethora of air fresheners on the dash, which is a worrying sign. Both the cup holders are open, which means they're probably broken. And the front wheels look like they're absolutely caked in brake dust. But it's an Audi A2, and it's the whole point of the Audi A2 is economy. So getting the diesel engine actually kind of makes sense. Also, you can map them, and you can map them. I think you can bring them up to about 100, 110 horse powers, a chunky bit of torque, being a diesel. 2,100 euro. Again, I have to save that ad for reality. So yeah, that's the 3-cylinder at the park again. Didn't even look any further than that. 17,450, and we have to get a 2-cylinder car. So there's only really one manufacturer we can go to for 2 cylinders, and it's Alfa Romeo do the Mito, but last time I checked it was one for sale. It's 10 grand, and I don't think I want to spend 10 grand on a Mito. It's not that cool. So it's probably going to be a 500. Ooh, a Punto. Did they do the twin air on the Punto? They did. I like Puntos, don't get me wrong, and like they used to see them everywhere, now they're nowhere. 5.5 grand, that's a lot of money for a 2013 Fiat Punto. 81,000 miles, it's NCT until January 2024. Okay, yeah, I think image wise as well, I think I would look better in a Punto than I would in a 500. So 2 cylinders, there we go, easy as pie. How much was it? 5.5 grand, so minus 5. Oh, 11,950 euro still left in the bank. Okay, so we've proven doing this game the other way around makes it much more achievable. And what did we cover? Okay, so S-Class, Luxo Barge, M5, Super Saloon. Now I'm thinking 8-cylinder, 11 grand. How much did we spend on our 8-cylinder? It was 4,950, wasn't it? 5,950. So if I add that back, if I don't go for that and add that back on, plus 5,950, 18 grand. What, could I get an even cooler V8? Oh, why didn't that come up when I searched earlier? Okay, well now there's been a spanner thrown into the works. I'm after finding a V10 Touareg, V10 diesel Touareg. Oh Christ. So if I got the V10 Touareg, it's 20 grand. So that's 10 grand cheaper than my M5, which means I could get an E39 M5 for the V8. Okay, let's rearrange this. So back to my 11,950. 11,950. But we're not getting We don't have to get the M5, the E60 anymore. How much did we spend on the E60? 29,950. So we can add that back in. 41,900. Then take away the cost of my Touareg here, which is 19,950 minus 19,950. 21,950. Fuck. That doesn't get me my M5, does it? No, it doesn't. Does it get me a better Porsche? It doesn't get me a better Porsche either. So what V8 can I get now? So we go for that. So now I'm left with 21,950. So now I can get a better V8. Feck. So if I don't get my E65, we have 21,950 as we currently sit. But then if I don't get my E65, we can add back on 5,950, 27,900. 28 grand. So 100 quid over budget. A Quattroporte, first gen. I don't know what plates those are. 28 grand. That sounds kind of pricey for a Quattroporte. UK. Okay, we can't get that. Okay, we've got a new V8. Found it. 27,500. So just in budget, and it's on Irish plates. A friend of mine owns one of these, and I only drove it again at the weekend, and I fucking loved it. It's a B7 RS4 Avant with the wingbacks. Yep, that's the car. Let's just double check the ad to make sure everything is cushy. NCT is just about to come out, 110,000 miles, but we'll just assume everything is good. It's not exactly the exact one I would buy in reality, but it goes to show we can get into a B7 RS4. Okay, so we've 450 quid left, but we've covered our garage again. So let's run through it quickly. So V12, W140, S600, 10 series. We were going to go M5, but after finding myself a V10 TDI Touareg, which that covers my fucking 4-wheel drive. I'm going to stick with my Jimny, because at the end of the day, look, we know cheap 4-cylinder cars are going to be endless, and I like the Jimny. The Jimny can be my hack as well. I'm just going to, go anywhere in that thing, whereas the Touareg will just be Touareg's going to break my heart, realistically. But anyway, Touareg, V8, RS4, 6-cylinder, we have Porsche Boxster, 5-cylinder Fiat Coupe, 20 valve turbo, love that. 4-cylinder Jimny, 3-cylinder A2 TDI, and 2-cylinder. Why do I feel I'm missing something? 2-cylinder is my Punto, which I quite like as well. Okay, so we've proven if you do it the other way around, you can do this game, and you're going to have multiple options open to you. That 4-cylinder one, we have to end this at some point. There's so many options there for 4 cylinders. This has gone on way too long, but we proved it could be done. I've succeeded. If you enjoyed this, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.